All right, Connected Magazine. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? We're interviewing Diamond Duval. Let them know what's up with you.
Oh, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Diamond Duval.
You in the building? Okay, so we just want to get to know you a little bit. Talk to us and let us know who you are, and reach out to your fan base so they can get to know you.
Okay.
Okay, so how did you get the name Diamond Duval? Like, how did that come about?
My real name is Diamond, just in case anybody didn't know. My real name is Diamond. That is my birth name. When I first started dancing, I had a manager. Her name is Sydney. She's the one who helped me get out there. And by my real name being Diamond, she came up with Miss Diamond Duval, and I stuck with that name.
Okay. So, when did you start out dancing and as an entertainer? Like, how old were you when you began?
I started dancing when I was, 23? Roughly around 23, 24.
Okay. And how was that for you at that time?
I didn't look at dancing as a long-term goal. I started dancing because I got into some trouble. I caught a felony charge, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. And at the time, I was fighting a felony. I couldn't work and stuff like that. I had pending charges. Then when I got bonded out, I used my titles to my car to bond out. So I had started dancing to make the money to pay the bondsman. And I started at Gate Liquor, and there I started, paying my bondsman and stuff like that. And then when my case got dropped, which I did beat that case, when my case dropped, I stopped dancing.
Okay.
And then later on, I caught 5 more felony charges that I was fighting in the state of Georgia. And at that time, I couldn't work as well because I had pending felony charges, but I was in college for child care.
Okay, so is that separate years for those two instances?
That's separate years. So I stopped for a while, and then when I caught the other felonies, which my cousin had got caught with some stuff in my car, and by my car being in my name, you know, they arrested me. So by me fighting those charges, I wasn't able to work because I was working in child care, and you can't be in the child care field with those kind of charges. So I was still in college for child care, but I wasn't working. So I started dancing again, and I started at the Mirage with Reggie and Chose, High Life Music. I've been with them ever since, and I just took off from there. I started at Mirage, and from there I just kept going. And once I started seeing the money and the funds and savings and stuff, I kept going. And at that time, even I beat that charge too. I beat that case.
Okay.
We went to trial. Yeah, my first cousin is the one who did that to me. I beat that case, and then from there, I just kept dancing. Once everything was over, I still kept dancing.
Okay, so would you say that those two instances where you weren't able to go support yourself by applying for a job and having to hustle and support yourself, that was the motivation behind you, just getting your own funds up?
That was my motivation. Yes, my motivation was to beat those charges and, still be able to make my money while I can't work. Because I was still in college, so I still had to pay for books and everything.
Right, okay. So, how was your college experience? I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know that about you. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I went to FSCJ downtown, which my first business was a child care. So I've been doing child care for 12 years.
Okay.
So I started off in Baltimore, Maryland, which I moved here in Jacksonville in 2007 from Baltimore, Maryland.
That's
and
cool.
There I was getting in trouble and stuff too. I was in a gang and fighting a night. I always been a fighter. And I had got my babysitting license there in school. And then from there I started babysitting kids. And then I always wanted to be a teacher or do stuff with kids. Because I grew up in foster care. So I grew up, group home to group home, foster care to foster care. So I wanted to either be a social worker or I wanted to do stuff with kids. So I started doing babysitting and stuff, and then when I came here, I wanted to pursue it, so I went to college and got my child care license, and then I opened up a daycare center called Diamond's Early Learning Center.
Now, that's a good thing. So you do have a good time when you're working and spending your time with younger people and children. Do you feel like you're a good influence bringing them up, at that time when you were pursuing that?
Right.
Because of your background.
I still do it because I don't have all my charges dropped.
Right.
So I'm still in the field of childcare. I'm still in the field. I just do it behind closed doors because there's so much negativity behind it. Being a dancer at night, being a teacher during the day, it's so much negativity. So I do that kind of stuff behind closed doors. But I still have.
There's a lot of people in your position that do exactly what you do.
I still have my license. I still do childcare.
Okay. So when did you start gaining attention as a performer?
I've always been a dancer. I went to William M. Raines High School. I graduated in 2009. And there I was a dancer. I was on the dance team. I was on the weightlifting team. So I've always been a dancer. I've always been known for dancing, not just exotic dancing. I've always been on dance teams. I've always coached dance teams. Like dancing is me. I am dance. That's
so you do stands.
Right.
Okay.
I've always been a dancer, so it's like I always been known for dancing. So why not get paid doing it? You know.
Right.
So I've always been a dancer, but I feel like my name itself like just got big out of nowhere. Like in the last 2 or 3 years, I think Diamond Duval actually got big. But Diamond, everybody knows Diamond from dancing.
Okay.
Either, you know.
Okay, so did you have to practice and learn how to be an entertainer, or you were just a natural from?
I'm a natural. I've been dancing since a baby. Like I've been going to dance contests since I was a baby. I always went dance contests, and my daughter loves to dance, and she know how to dance too.
Oh.
So dancing, my mom loves to dance. My little sister loves to dance, and so it's just like a family thing. It's just natural for me.
Okay, so did you take dance classes when you were younger?
No, I never took dance classes. I think I just picked up. My mom loves to dance, so I think it's just something I was born with. Like I came out dancing. Like
okay. Okay, so did you ever have a bad experience when you were working back then, coming up as a performer?
Dancer?
Yes, a dancer. Like, do you have any bad experiences in the clubs that you were working?
Bad experience. The only bad experience I would say I had. I was dancing one night, and some girls come to the club. I was at Bottom Tub, which is the club where I work at, Bottom Tub, 3909 Blandon Boulevard, with Reggie and King Chose. I was at work, and some girls from Tampa, they had came, and I was at work, and then at the end, I was going in the dressing room to get dressed and stuff, and I noticed, like, my shoes and some of my dance wear was going out my bag. My bag was open, and I was going off like, where's my stuff? So I had to go home in my heels, my dance shoes. I couldn't change because they took my stuff and some of my costumes. So I had went live. It went viral. Like, we had this whole little live called the BB Slippers, because that's the slides that they took from me. So they had stole my BB slides and a couple new costumes I had got. So at the time, I didn't know that it was the girls from Tampa. We just kept calling it the BB Slippers, like, because Reggie was like, okay, tomorrow we're going to have everybody meet at Bottom Up and watch the cameras and see who actually took my stuff.
Right.
So, like, the next day came, we went and I watched the video, and come to find out it was the 2 girls from Tampa. They had went in my bag and took my stuff. So that was kind of like a bad experience that I had with the girls stealing my stuff.
Okay, but not like with customers or anything. That's just with your own and other coworkers.
Right, with other coworkers. But as far as like a bad experience outside or leaving, no, I haven't never experienced that.
Right. So, what would you say is the hardest part about being an entertainer?
I think the hardest part about being an entertainer is the negativity and the insight of how others see it. Okay. Because others, they judge strippers, so you say. They judge strippers. They judge us a lot. Like, we get a lot of negativity. When you're a stripper, it's like so much behind it. So much, oh, they this, they're that. They never look at it as positive. So that's why I wanted to take dancing to another level, exotic dancing to another level, because you have some people who respect themselves in this industry, which that is me, who use dancing as a come up, as a hustle. A hustle. This is a hustle for me. Like, I don't knock anybody for anything that they do. Rather you sell CDs, rather you flip burgers. A hustle is a hustle to me. Rather you sell T-shirts, make T-shirts. If you sell pencils, it's a hustle. And the Naked Hustle game, this is a hustle for us. Like, even bigger people like Cardi B and stuff like that, which is an inspiration to me, was a dancer first before she was what she is now. She's big now, but everybody cash doll. Everybody have to start from somewhere. So they use the negativity of a stripper. They use it so bad these days, and that's why I use me as a model or for the exotic industry. Right.
Just as a positive influence.
As a positive figure for it.
Okay, so being that you say it is a hustle when you're being an entertainer, what do you say, like, are the insights, like the good parts about it? Like, I know you guys probably make a lot of, make a lot of money.
Yeah, the good parts is you make money. But the bad part, I would say, it's up to you. It's up to you and yourself what you do with your money. Okay. So I take my money and I flip it. I invest. This is my 3rd business at the age of 28.
All right.
So you have some people who take their dancing money and they look at dancing as, oh, they want to get hair, they want to get nails, they want to get the next pair of Jordans that's coming out. No, you have to take that money and flip it, because some people, they in it for the long run. I'm not here forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to save my money, go open up your account, save your money, set you a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest thing always been in life is to set goals and accomplish them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never set nothing for myself that I don't accomplish because I feel like I failed myself. So in this industry, I always set a goal. Oh, I need this amount for this. I need this amount for this. I need this amount for this business. Like, I always, I just have a business mind. So the money that I make, I use it towards businesses and flipping and the next way, because by the time I'm 30, I don't want to be here. You know, I don't want to be in this industry, so I look forward to future. So this money I save up and put it up. I don't do it just for the money. I do it for, you know, my daughter, and I do it for our future.
Right, absolutely. So now you often have gigs, you know what I mean, traveling. So being an entertainer, how would you say your experiences are when you're traveling in and out of town?
Traveling?
Yeah.
My experiences out of town are lovely. Like, I love going out of town. When I get on stage, like I went to Tallahassee last week. Shout out to No Crowd Control for having me.
Absolutely.
It's lovely. Like, I get so much love, and when I get up on the stage, it's like cameras everywhere and screens, and it's so much love, and I be really like proud of myself. Like, wow, you know. This is me. This is for me. You know, and I get so much love versus in my own city. So I love my out of town gigs. I love getting booked out of town, traveling. Like, it's such a great experience. You meet new people, and it's so much genuine love. Like, the love is real when I'm out of town. So I love out of town. Like, you don't get as much love in your own city than you do when you travel and out of town. It's like genuine love. Like, yeah, I love out of town.
Have you met anyone famous doing your job, like when you're here or out of town?
I have met, you know, Cardi B, of course, on the twerk video, Young Miami.
Yeah.
You know, I met them when I did the twerk video in Miami.
Okay, so could you tell us about your brand, not your brand, when you took Duval Diamond to the City Girl Twerk Challenge, because you did win that competition where you were able to enter it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you tell us about, like, from you being selected and your experience when you went out there?
At first I was nervous, and I really didn't want to do it. And then everybody kept calling me, like, sending me DMs, like, you need to do this challenge, you need to do this challenge, you need to do this challenge. So I was like, okay, I'm going to just do it and try it. So I did it. I had my neighbor, she recorded me, and I posted it, and then I was just like looking every day to see if Miami had put it on her page.
Right.
And then she had put it on her page, so I was like, oh my God, oh my God. But then, like, because I was like towards the beginning, but towards the end, they started getting creative, and them girls are great.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I know I can't make it.
Right.
Like, I kept saying, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it, because those girls is going above and beyond. Like, they was in cages, and girls falling off the roof and flipping off the ladders, and all kinds of stuff was going on. So I was like, oh no, I'm not going to make it. And then when I was in the mall, my friend called me, was like, you made it. So I started screaming. I was in the Avenue Mall. I started screaming so loud, and people was looking at me like I was crazy. And then I looked on the list. I was number 5 on the list. So that was like, that felt so great to me. That whole experience was great to me, to get flew out. It was such a great experience, no matter what happened at the end, you know. When I didn't get my fair chance, at the end of the day, I feel like it was a great experience for me. Like, it felt like we was on the Bad Girls Club. Like, we had so much fun. They paid for everything. Like, it was fun meeting Miami. It was fun meeting Cardi B. Cardi B is very outgoing. Like, she's so real. Like, I love the both of them. Like I said, I never had nothing negative to say about the experience, about them or nothing. I just felt like, you know, a competition is a competition. You have a winner, you have a loser, but everybody should get their chance. Okay. And that's just how I felt about that whole competition. But
could you tell us, like, how were you not able to get your chance? Like, what happened with that?
Once the young lady who did win, which, you know, I give her props. I love her. She's a great person from Jamaica. Once she went and she did her couple of, you know, things that she did, they just went out and started screaming and stuff like that. And it's like, she won. And then
everybody else didn't get
and then I went like, I didn't get my chance, you know, and it was that, but it was still a great experience at the end of the day. You know, it just, a chance is a chance, right, a fair is fair, that's it. That's the only thing I would say about it.
Okay. So, you did tell us the best part was, you said you felt like it was the Bad Girls Club. So did you meet the other girls that you met there? Are you still, like, in contact with some of them?
Yeah, I'm still in contact with some of the girls. That's like a lot of gigs together. And I like her. She's a cool girl. We actually met when we was there.
Okay. So could you tell us a little bit about your brand? I know that you have lots of businesses that you told us before that you've invested in.
Right.
So Diamond Duval has the main attraction and also has the exotic dressing room as well. So could you tell us about those two businesses?
The main attraction is located on 48th and Main, and it's not M-A-I-N, it's M-A-N-E, which means hair.
Okay.
So it's main attraction on Main Street, which over there I have barbers and I have 2 stylists, but it's mostly a barbershop. And then I have the exotic dressing room, which is an all-girl shop, and it's called the exotic dressing room because I'm a dancer. I'm an exotic dancer. And like I said, we get judged so much. And I wanted us to have something where we can go and be free and be ourselves without being judged. So that's why I named it the exotic dressing room. Because when we at work, we're in the dressing room. We're talking. We're doing our hair. We're doing our makeup. We're getting dressed. We're getting ready to go out there and perform and make our money. So at the exotic dressing room, it's a one-stop shop. You do your hair. You get your makeup done. You get your nails done. And also you can shop for your exotic dance wear for the night. But it's not just for exotic dancer. It's for women. It's for anybody, you know, but it's just called the exotic dressing room because I did want to do something for dancers because of how people look at us. It's so negative. They look at us so negative. So like I said, once again, I want to be the positive model for this exotic industry. I want to take it to a whole nother level. So that's why I did the exotic dressing room. We do mink lashes, we do makeup, hair, nails.
So it's like a place for women to come and get everything done at one time.
They can get everything at one time. One-stop shop.
All right. So
and they can shop.
Fellas need to pay attention if you need to get.
And it's also lingerie there. So we have men who come there and get lingerie for, you know, their females or however. So
so I was saying fellas need to pay attention and bring their girlfriends to the one-stop shop instead of having to take them all around town.
Take them all around. Sit there in a one-stop shop.
Okay, so the idea behind naming your 2 brands though. So main attraction, how did you always were you into hair always, like cosmetology?
I don't do hair.
You don't do hair?
I'm not a stylist or anything. It's just something that I came up with. Like one day it was this lady selling a salon on OfferUp. And I wanted to buy it, so I went and looked at it and stuff because I was like, this is a way I can make some money, like have people work and just pay me booth rent. And I went to go look at it on it was over there on Normandy. And when I got there, she told me one price. I came back the next day, she told me another price. Then she was like, I talked to my husband, we want to go up a little more. So she just kept going up with her price. So I reached out to her landlord of the building, like I got the address, and they was like, well, we have an empty building over on Main Street. So I went and looked at it, and when I looked at it, I was like, I want it. And it was just like an empty building. And me, once I put my mind to something, like I can't sleep until it's done. So I had that business up in a week and a half. Like I got it like that Sunday, that next Sunday I had it fully up and was done. Like I was there day and night. And the same with the exotic dressing room. I just woke up and was like, I want to do something with dancers and give back and do something. And so I had a big birthday party at Paradise, and I took that money and went and got me a shop, and I had it up in a week.
Oh wow. So ladies that do the birthday parties when they're dancing, they get a lot of love that night.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Birthday parties are the night where you're leaving with a bag.
Okay.
Like, period. Like you're gonna have a bag because it's your birthday. And my birthday party was lit.
Okay.
Like it was lit. I had Chameleon perform. You know, Doobie came and performed. I had a couple of artists that I had booked to come perform, and I made lots of money, like trash bags of money. Like girls always make money on their birthday.
Okay.
It's a lot of love on your birthday night.
So would you consider yourself one of the elites in Jacksonville?
Yes.
Yes. So like, how do you?
I would consider, like, you know, Tokyo, Chameleon, Andrea, Chill on Meal. It's a couple girls that I feel like that are elites, but I do feel like I'm one of them. Like people who represent for their city. That's what I look at. Like people who represent and stuff like that. And you know, those people, they have names. And Andrea is, you know who she is.
Yes.
Chill on Meal. You know, and she's a good inspiration also for the city.
Right.
So
how do you feel like you guys are as influencers? What is your responsibility as the elites in Jacksonville?
I feel like our responsibility is to, you know, put on for our city. I mean, our responsibility, that's what I feel like. We have to stand up for our city. We have to, no matter if it come with hate or love, we still have to represent. We is Duval. So I feel like we have to put on, we have to represent, like, for our city.
How do you feel about the comments that people say that Jacksonville is a crab pot city? That's what I mean behind
Crab Pot City.
Yeah, like when I say you guys, the elite's your responsibility.
Right.
How do you respond as an elite in the city when people say you guys are in a crab pot?
Crab pot. I just feel like that comes with any city. Any city is a crab pot city. Negativity come with anything that you do. You get what I'm saying? You could be in Florida, you could be in Hawaii, you could be anywhere, and you're gonna have that hate or that crab pot or people that don't support one another. I mean, I think that comes with anywhere that you go. You have that in Orlando, you have it in Miami, you have it anywhere that you go. It's not that it's just in Jacksonville. I mean, that's anywhere that you go. Negativity is anywhere, you know.
But do you think it's true that only the popular people in the city are the only ones who do get supported, though?
No. I don't feel like that's true at all. I feel like other people who are not popular get, you know, they get supported as well. Right.
So you just think that those are people who are just hating on people that are already up.
Because I have a salon, that don't mean that everybody comes to me. You know, business is business, and I just got it in. I got the building in September, so like in October was when I kind of get in my people, and now I'm fully staffed, so I do have a couple of people coming, but you don't have people who come to my shop and support me or because of who I am. You know, you got people who come to the different people that's in the shop, but I don't do hair, I don't do makeup, I'm just the owner. So you got people who come, but you have people who won't even come there and buy, like, I don't care if they don't have anything to wear, they're not going to come there and just shop with me. You know, that's another thing about Jacksonville. Like, some people don't like to see other people win. And that's what another thing I don't like about Jacksonville. They don't like to see other people win. But like I said, it's not just Jacksonville. That comes with anywhere that you are. You know, that comes with success. And I always came up with this slogan: with success come conversation.
Right.
So as long as you're being successful, you're going to have conversations. They're going to talk about you whether you're doing good. They're going to talk about you whether you're doing bad. So some people, they don't want to support you because they already know what they done said about you to this person, that person, and they be, oh, what you supporting for? You was just saying this and that about her. So I'm not saying that my business is jumping, but it's doing good. But because of my name, you know, people don't just come there because, oh, she's Diamond Duval, let me go to her shop. Because you also got to think about who is in your shop, the person's work. You have to look at their work ethic as well. So it's not about popularity. What
was the criteria when you were hiring your stylists and like your style, everybody that's inside of your shop? I know that you're stamping them because you're putting your brand on it. So being that you brought that up, so how, like, what would you say was the criteria when doing that?
I went by, I didn't want people that I knew because this year I wanted my business. I wanted this business to be totally different than Main Attraction. This business is ran totally different. It's more quiet, peaceful, no drama. So when I looked at different people work and stuff, I reached out to people that I knew that, you know, wasn't, you know, their names not in stuff. They're peaceful, you know, they have, you know, clientele. But that's how I wanted the exotic dressing room to be like a shop for girls, but no drama, less drama, and ran correctly. Like, so my team.
You didn't pick popular people.
No, I didn't pick popular people. I didn't pick people that you know everybody knew or nothing like that. And these are people that I don't know, that I just wrote, and now that we, you know, we work together, we have a relationship, but these are not people that I know. I just you know, hired people off of, you know, I looked at, you know, their work and then also their experience and you know what they had going on versus like trauma or they being stuff like that. Because like I always get business mixed with friendships. So it's like I wanted to learn not to do that because I let people just run over me sometimes because I have a good heart. So I let people run over me and I'm a really good person. So it's like with this, I wanted this to be strictly business, no friendship. Even though you build friendships when you working in this, you know, in salons and stuff, because you're there every day, you know, you're supposed to feel comfortable at home and at work because those where you spend your most of the hours at. So it's like we build our friendship, but I want to learn not to mix my friendship with my business. Like business is business at the end of the day, and we can be friends later.
You're absolutely right. So what do you feel like being that the whole conversation that we're on right now is influencing in the city? What do you feel like is something that you guys should come together and do? You know, with your business and other businesses.
Support each other. I think we should just support each other. And I feel like I be wanting to support the whole world. I be wishing that I just could support everybody. You know, just support everybody. And that's what I feel about Jacksonville. We can just come together and support each other. And like I said, rather it's liking a comment or adding somebody to the page or not even first money is the root to all evil, okay?
Right.
It's not about money. If you just like somebody's work, if
or
you
share
just
the
go
content.
share somebody's work or, you know, or tell a friend to tell a friend, that's also support. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to come get services there. Just support. So when I see people that just open a business or anything, I go share it on my page, on my story or something like that, just to show my support. Rather I go there and buy anything, I'm just going to still support you and let people know, hey, you know, this person just opened up here, da da da. You know, that's what I feel like Jackson should do. We should learn how to come together and support one another.
You're absolutely right. So, what would be your business advice for anyone that's out there listening to you right now? What is your advice for them?
Not mix business with friendship. It's not good at all. It could tear down friendships. You know, because sometimes you're a boss, so you have to hire and you have to fire.
Ooh.
So sometimes when you hire and have to fire a friend, it causes
friction in the friendship.
Friction in friendships that you done built bonds with people. You know, so sometimes you have to do what you have to do for your business. But sometimes it causes that friction in between y'all friendships. So that's why I'm big on now does not mix business with friendship. Keep my business at my business and my friendship at my friendship. But when it comes to my business, like my friendship don't matter. Like this my bread and butter. This how I eat. Friendship come later. So if it's not about my business, if you ain't in my business doing right, what you supposed to do? I have to fire you. Like at the end of the day, I still love you, friends. We still gonna be friends, but it's my business. It's my bread and butter. So this how I eat.
Okay, so now that we're getting a chance to know you, do you feel like from social media in the past, whether it was on Facebook or any other platform, that you've gotten a bad reputation?
Right. I feel like yes. You know, with the situation that happened on Facebook, I felt like that took I would say a toll on my name. I would say, and I feel like it took a toll on me and it took a toll on my name. Because when you have that kind of situation, murder on your name, and then you have people believing it, like that could cause a lot, you know, and it took a lot on me. Like I felt like I was going to need counseling actually, because it takes a toll. Like I was losing weight, I was not going nowhere because you don't know who's trying to get revenge, who's trying to hurt you. I have a daughter, you know, and there's people believing this rumor about me, and I know in my heart that this is not nothing that I would do or nothing that I did, and it took a big toll on me, like a big toll. Like I still break down and cry to this day, like, and it's like a big touchy feeling for me, and I'm actually going to write a book about it. So and that's why I wanted to start a campaign called, you know, with cyberbullying, because cyberbullying, people don't know that it's real. It really is. Like that cyberbullying, you got to think, I had 2 major people going after me day after day after day for almost 2 years.
With a big name.
With a big name. So that kind of brought down me. It brought down my business. Before I had the exotic dressing room, you had people not even wanting to work with me, work for me because of the rumor. So that rumor itself, it still is in effect today. Because you have some people who still believe it. You have some people who still, oh no, you shouldn't work with her because of this and that. Her name came up in this and that. You know, but you have some people who have been a man about the situation, who came to me and apologized to me. And then you have, you know, some girls who, you know, at first was kind of in their feelings and believed it. They came and apologized to me. But I'm big on, if you can do something in public, you know, you apologize to me in public. If you can be so negative in public, why not be positive in public and say, you know, I want to apologize to, you know, Diamond for this, that, and the third, because I thought, you know, maybe, and at the time I was feeling this way and that way. You know, but apology is apology to me, and I'm big on accepting apology. I don't hold grudges.
You're a forgiving
person. I'm a forgiving person. So I forgive, you know, certain people who have came to me and apologized about this situation, but people don't understand that situation was very serious.
Absolutely.
It was very serious to the point where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I was this little, you know, going to the hospital, depression. That cyberbullying takes a toll on you. Like, I was reaching out to certain people like Andre and stuff like that, trying to start campaigns, you know, because it's real. Like, people kill themselves behind cyberbullying. And I don't feel like that was a funny experience for me or anything. Like, that really hurted me. Like, I didn't know who I was. Like, I had to find me again. And I'm just finding me again. Like, who I am because they took me from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it was so much bashing me, and I wasn't used to that. Like people will be like ignore it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard for me to ignore something like that. You want to cover your name. You want to have respect on your name. You want to defend yourself, defend your character. So it's hard to, you know, not say nothing back when it's something so negative like that on your name.
Right.
So that really took a big toll on me with that whole rumor situation. It really did.
I'm sure that you didn't realize how big you really were until those things started unfolding.
Right.
Because it was people that you didn't know. Like I said before, prior to meeting you,
right.
I knew you in a negative way.
Yeah, in a negative way.
Right. So,
right.
I mean, that is very serious. You've been accused of so many things in the past. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to give you a chance to kind of dispel those rumors. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what they are. They are rumors. Okay. They are rumors. And now that my name is clear, you know, I feel better within myself because I knew from the beginning, you know, that I didn't do anything like that.
Right.
But now that, you know, I done found myself again because, like I said, I really lost myself because that's a horrible rumor to have on your name.
Right.
You know, but I didn't want to run from it. Like,
it didn't hurt your business or anything.
It hurted my main attraction. Like, I lost all my workers, everything.
Wow.
So now we're big, fully staffed again, fully staffed at the designer dressing room. Like I said, 2K19 is my year. This is my blessings, you know. And I can't change nothing that already happened.
Right.
And so that's how I look at stuff now. Like, it already happened, so it's nothing for me to change. I can't change what happened, but I can make it better. So now, you know, some people, they come and see who I really am, and they meet me, and they be like, oh, you're not what people... You have to give me a chance, and I always believe, don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Open it up. Read it a little bit. Read the Once Upon a Time, at least, you know. Read it and give me a chance. Don't judge me off of social media. Social media is not me. Come meet me in person. And you have people who write me all the time, oh, I want to meet you, I want to meet you. Come to my shop and meet me. I'm not a nasty person. I write everybody back. When people comment on my pictures, I write everybody back because I don't want people to think that I ever forgot where I came from. Because I always remember where I came from because I remember when I didn't have nothing. I remember sleeping in my car, being homeless with my daughter. So it's like I don't want nobody to think that I got the big head now that my name is there. But like I said, my logo, I built me. I made this for me. I did all this for me. I came up for me. I did it on my own. Me. So it's like I built me. Like I said, a hustle is a hustle. Whatever somebody do to build their self or build their brand, they built themselves. You know what I'm saying? You have some people who respect it, and you have some people who don't respect it.
So what do you feel like is the biggest that people get wrong about you the most? Like this is everybody getting to know you, the real raw you right now. So get a chance to tell people like what you think they get wrong about you the most.
I don't know. I guess like that I'm a nasty person because of the rumor. I don't know, but I'm outgoing. I love everybody. Like I give a person the shirt off my back, and I'm the first person in Jacksonville to give out our free $100. I had a free $100 giveaway to single mothers at my shop. You know, I always have giveaways. I always do stuff for the community. I went to all the hoods, gave out book bags, spent $3,000 on school supply, went to schools, gave back. I always give back because I try to show people that what you see of me, that's not me. What somebody else made of me, nobody can tell you about me but me. So you got to learn me for me. You can't listen to somebody else who don't know me. You know, so I try to go give back and do stuff for my city, for my community to show them that this is not the person that they make of me or betray me. You know, meet me yourself. Come see me. Come meet me yourself. You know, and that's why I get so excited when I do like Sweet 16s and the kids go to screaming and they be happy to see me and they want to meet me and they go to crying and it feels really good because it be like, okay, well, that rumor don't affect a lot of people. Even though I lost a lot of friends, I lost a lot of stuff behind that rumor. I can honestly say, but at the end of the day, I got people who still love me. You know.
How do you balance being Diamond Duval and being a mom?
When I'm at home, I'm Diamond. I'm mom, but my daughter, like when we go to like McDonald's or we go somewhere, they be like, Diamond Duval. She be like, oh my God. Like, so I be asking her like, do you like it or do it aggravate you? She be like, it aggravates me. So like sometimes she like it and they'll be like, can we get pictures? And people be coming up to her, oh, your mom is Diamond Duval and stuff like that. Like I can tell that she like it, but sometimes if she in a bad mood, she don't like it. But she used to tell people, oh, my mama rich. And I'm like, girl, like, and one time she see me do a video, she told, oh, mama, I didn't know you could do that. Like, she real funny and outgoing. I love my daughter. She the one who keep me pushing, because with that whole rumor situation, I swear, like, I felt like I wasn't going to make it. Like, if it wasn't me thinking about my daughter and thinking about my daughter, I don't feel like I'd be here. Because like I said, that rumor really took a whole toll on me to where I was ready to commit suicide, you know, and just like forget it, like, because I didn't want people to see me as no murderer.
Right.
You know, like, I didn't want people to see me like that. So my daughter is what, you know, kept me strong and kept me here.
Last few questions. As far as the people that you had around you during that time,
right?
Do you feel like the circles that you're in are changing or have changed since as you're coming up and elevating in the industry?
Right. Yeah, I feel like my circles changed. I be by myself, but I still have love for my same friends. I still have love for them. Like, the love is never gonna change. I still go and see them, you know, and stuff like that. They still call me and, you know, tell me their problems and be like, oh, I can't wait to make it like you and get out the hood and stuff like that. And I sit there, I talk to them, I go and, you know, see them, sit down. We still meet up and stuff, but I mostly be by myself. But I do take time out to go see, you know, those old friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right.
Is there anybody in the city that you've been watching or that you want to shout out? You know?
Shout out to Chameleon. That's my girl. I love Chameleon. I love Tokyo. Both of them are outgoing people. And like I said, when I was going through that murder situation, actually Tokyo and Chameleon was people that I was writing, and they was, you know, keeping me uplifted. And especially Tokyo, I would call her 2-3 in the morning. I would write her, and she would keep me uplifted. You know, Andrea would keep me uplifted. Like, so I give a shout out to Chameleon and Tokyo. Like, no matter how far they have come and stuff like that, they're still like got that same love. They still that same people. And like, me and Tokyo had a show in Tallahassee the other day. She actually came over and gave me a hug. So it's still the same love. No matter, you know, how many more followers we get, how much money we get, the love is still the same. Right. So shout out to them.
Okay. Besides those two, I know that you probably listen to their music. Is there anybody else? This is a hip hop magazine, so you gotta tell us about the type of music you're listening to or following.
I love Cardi B.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I just love Cardi B.
Okay.
Like, that's my girl. I feel like we like friends. I love her. But I mean, I love her because when I met her, it's like she was down to earth. Like, she wasn't nasty. She wasn't like stuck up. Like, she was herself. And I was like, I just look up to her because, especially with her being an exotic dancer, you know, so she know this industry and what we come from. And now she's making it big. So I look up to her, you know. I look up to Cardi.
That's dope.
Right.
So, all right. So, we got a chance to talk to you and get to know you. All right.
Yes.
I think you're a sweet individual.
Thank
Well
you.
Connected was very happy to have you. Is there anything else that you'd like to say, or I'm going to shout to people, tell people where they can find you and follow you and stuff?
Well, you guys can follow me at Miss Diamond Duval, and that's Miss with a Z, not an S. Miss Diamond Duval on Instagram, and there you can find my two businesses at the top: the Exotic Dress Room, Main Attraction. Check out our work, and shout out to my team, Main Attraction. Shout out to the Exotic Dressing Room. You know, shout out to my loved ones, family. You know, everybody who been here with me from the bottom to the top. Okay.
All right. So.
And my daughter.
WellKonnected Music Group.